And shall I begin? Hey, welcome back. Daily Dose, Susan Scarlett, Robert Cochran. We are in the middle of oh, a reflection on something that happened in a game in a drop-in improv class the other day.
Jam for Joy on Thursday night. With our new
Yeah,
group, the Young Onset Parkinson Network. Shout out on a
yeah.
grill.
And what happened?
Barry called me before the class, a friend of mine who's been, a loyal player, and just said straight out, "I feel shitty." And basically, he wasn't asking permission, but he was wanted me to know. I don't know if I'll be myself in class today. He's someone who takes great joy in being funny, part of his profession, part of who he is, and I think just part of his spirit. And he's like, I just don't know if I had it. And I made sure to tell him, I said, number one, thank you for telling me. Number two, it's all welcome. Everything goes in. The first 5 to 10 minutes of what we do in that class is kind of check your stuff at the door, both physically and emotionally, to say it's good. It's like there's a big pot and we're all putting it all in the stew, and everybody gets to play with the stew. Everyone gets a bite. Take it away. Take it however you like. And that permission, I think, helped him show up, number one. And then it was amazing what happened next. How did people respond?
The very next person who spoke said, "I feel shitty too,"
Uh-huh.
and developed that.
Right.
She dove into as he did, just made it a rich, real truth for we could feel it. And throughout the hour, there were like up and down like checkpoints with people like embracing them and going back to them having said that and them reflecting back and other people reflecting. It became a living part of our hour. So I love your concept of checking our stuff at the door, but it's not necessarily outside the door. It,
No,
it
on purpose. I think,
yeah,
like you said, it's in the
to
pot. Put it in.
bring
Play
it
with it.
in. Yeah,
Yeah, we're
yeah.
not saying leave it there or whatever. No, no, no. Play with it. Let's see what happens.
Let's see what happens. Yeah.
And extraordinarily to me, at the end, so we do this beautiful session and everybody's playing this, that, and the other. The last game, you get partnered up with Barry in a breakout room. What happens?
I told him how much it meant to me that he was so vulnerable, could allow himself to be so vulnerable as to come right out and tell us that he felt shitty. And he said, I still kind of do. I feel a little better, but I don't know what's going on. I'm feeling kind of shitty. And you remember, I was really kind of blue the other day, and we've had other people almost not come. One person didn't want to come because she didn't want to drag the rest of us down. Not because she couldn't be herself, she wanted to drag us down. And I was talking to Paula, and she said, Susan, even if you hadn't shared that you were feeling kind of blue the other day, she said everybody could see it. We know you. And so that embrace of that group allows, I mean, I think Barry was every bit himself, and Venetia.
Right. And there's perspective once again, because it's how they feel. I'm sorry, I'm just looking off the side here because everything you're saying links to this idea of being allowed to come as you are.
Come as you are. Oh my gosh, we need to work that. That's
So
a great little
that,
tagline for.
it really is, because that is permission, and it's beyond, it's express invitation, right?
Yeah.
That you don't have to come, and because maybe the pressure sometimes of being somewhere that people tend to laugh and maybe even having good times, like I was the good time guy. If I show up like this, I'm going to screw it up for everybody. No, you're not, because even from a comedic standpoint, and Barry got this pretty quickly, the funny stuff really is in misery more often than not. Because the collective commiseration and then flipping it in some funny way by adding an unexpected element all of a sudden helps us see the ridiculousness of our kvetching, as it were, at times.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Whenever I can throw some
yeah.
good Yiddish, I will. You could
But
be a
I,
real mensch.
come as you are is
Mhm.
just perfect. That
Yeah.
is a gem.
Yeah, I like that too. And let's keep teasing that out, perhaps on the next Daily Dose.